Staying to my quarries, and welcome back to another episode of RogueTech as we get into the campaigns of Coppertop, Cannoneers, and last time Coppertop died, so name is work in progress. We'll see what ends up happening. We'll see who takes charge, who becomes the commander of all the things. So we're going to be dropping down, making a little bit more money. We are desperate to make money. We need the money. We also need parts, because we're going to need parts, a lot of parts. Also, the Republic of the Sphere has just shown up on the map and taken like all kinds of Clan Diamond Truck territory. Like, it's almost all Clan Diamond Truck territory. I am a little bit insulted. It's like, but why? What did we ever do to you? Oh, right. We conquered everything and won. We won best clan. Suck it. That's that. Then the artillery line. And then the vehicles. Beautiful. Urando's Cannoneers. I don't know about that. I think they alluded to the Destiny ending in Andromeda with the messages from Earth they received.
Time to earn our money.
The destroy ending.
Look at this place. It's
Hello,
so...
people! Is that a Marauder? It looks like a Marauder. This is not a Marauder, obviously. This is a Shadowhawk, which is a terrible back. That's a Marauder, though. So we've got a Marauder and an Axeman, which in this mod is just a pumped up, beefed up hatchet man. Which we don't need, because we have better stuff. We truly do have better stuff. Much, much better stuff. Hopefully this is just a straight up single knockdown. Greybeard's Gunners. Almost got a full bit mech banner. Nice. So. At the end of the day, I guess the worst thing I can say about the ending is that it really turned me off of the series in general. It took a lot of the spark and love that I have from it and made me question why I had put in so much love and attention into my character. And that's honestly the worst possible thing I can think to say about it. It is almost cruel in saying that, because I, as someone who does a little bit of like really terrible writing on the side, like I kind of feel that. I get that. So, I do feel sorry for the authors who ended up finding themselves in that position. But at the same time, like, you made me stop caring, and I didn't want to put any more effort into something that didn't seem to love me back. But yeah, that's all. Where is Talik? Hi, Talik. Turn this AMS into overload. Thank you. It's gonna be important. Brother. Always in the same book. Axeman cometh. Isn't the Axeman like a 60-10 or something? It's a little bit too light to actually be useful. Big Iron mostly survived. Big Iron is missing his one hand, which contained part of his Big Iron. I don't know if Big Iron will be ever the same ever again. It's truly sad. Big Iron now only has 2 Gauss rifles. Do you know what that means? There were 2 destruction endings. One was the Reapers died, and the other is the Reapers get vaporized. I don't know how you get the Reapers to vaporize. So I felt at the end of Far Cry 5. Although Far Cry isn't a cohesive story, right? Axeman is 60 tons? Yeah. If I recall correctly, so there was a discussion on a forum, and one of them basically said the big problem with the Hatchetman, Axeman, Berserker line is that the Hatchetman and the Axeman are always just slightly too light to do what they're supposed to do, where that only gets fixed by the time you hit the Berserker. That means he's 2/3 iron. Yes, that's exactly the problem. Oh shoot, how fast did you move? Please tell me it was full speed. Please tell me I moved you full speed. I did, okay. I feel a little bit better now, but that's a Nidhogg and that's a Valkyrie. Don't care about the Valkyrie. The Nidhogg, on the other hand, is a bit more of a conundrum and a problem. Shoot the Marauder, he's vulnerable, and the more pressure I can put on his heavies, the happier I'll be. No, okay, we guess you have to go here.
I'll do what I can.
Medium iron. I thought the Axeman was 55. No, it's a heavy. I know it's a heavy, I just didn't know if it was 60 or 65 tons.
Attacking from position.
Where to go? Nowhere useful. Iron deficient. Have you been on drugs this whole time? It makes me want to quote The Office, but I've never actually watched The Office, so I can't do the whole quoting where Jim's doing the interrogation.
Ready for orders.
Okay, we're stand on the firing line and open fire. Black Knight, the Bear Duel set up nasty for melee mech. Black Knights make really good melees. because there's also like a specific melee only. It's like the Red Knight or something like that. Can't quite remember what it was called. But we spent literally an entire campaign looking for it. And by the time we got it, we had atlases that did the same job better.
Standing by.
It was like, really? Really? We ended up selling the darn thing. Red Reaper, that's the name of it.
On the move.
I was so frustrated because it's like, we finally got this thing that we found in like the super early episode and just didn't get lucky on. And then by the time we had it, it was just totally worthless. Yes, Red Reaper, the Hanger Queen. Red Reaper was it a Hanger Queen? We just never ended up using it because it was worthless.
Receiving you.
The Long Tom is wonderful. Although, if I can get a bigger artillery, that would be even better. Yes, I'm greedy. You can't stop me.
No shooting, just running. Got it.
I rolled the self-healing one. Oh, there's a self-healing one now. Nice. No rotary streaks only.
Got it.
Oh, the streaks got a lock. Nice. Don't hurt that Nidhogg. I do love that we can have these kinds of discussions at the channel as everyone respectful and can agree to disagree. I find it hard. It's hard to find a good channel like that for everything. I think it comes from that I often have the wrong opinion on a lot of entertainment things. Like, it is somewhat amusing to me because earlier it had E1 had actually mentioned that he's never going to trust my taste in the games. That happens to me a lot. So it's like, yeah. Yeah, so we are also small channel.
Good
So.
to go.
But oftentimes I have the wrong opinion, so when I find myself in the majority group on things like that, I try to be cognizant of how I would feel if I were fighting on the other side of the argument. So I do my best. Artie is amazing, and no one can deny. I will die on this hill.
Acknowledged.
I mean, maybe not this particular hill. Maybe that one over there. But engage! Oh, that's a Long Tom one. That's a Long Tom Marauder, and that's why he died.
Target neutralized.
No bots either. Yes, we fight the bots. Ah, the Valkyrie. Moving in close. Ah, you suck. We haven't played D&D together, Grammy. Don't get you far ahead of yourself. No opinion wrong in this case. We all love games to play. Everyone's gonna see what we see. I wouldn't necessarily say no opinion is wrong. But yeah, I'm not gonna. I won't be pedantic, I swear. My thumper agrees, that's why I'm looking for a super heavy to upgrade. Oh, a super heavy could probably handle 6 thumpers. That'd be pretty funny. Just continue to rain pain. Still like Andromeda, yeah, it was a bad game, but I like it. Yeah, that's fair. Metal Munchkins are bad, but having adults helps. One of the reasons of the comedian Eve, much more mature than kids from. That's because like Eve is not like normal games. Eve is a second job. I know it's such a trite and overdone joke, but it's not wrong. Eve is a second job. It weeds out people who are not into that real fast. I'm really hoping I can knock over the Shadowhawk before he gets up. I'm doing DNC since it's my opinion that the Fallout 64 or 76, I assume he means, was a great game. It's not wrong.
Yes, boss.
People can like games that are objectively bad games. Just like people can like movies that are objectively bad movies. So, I don't necessarily view that necessarily as the requirement, I guess.
Waiting for orders.
So, like, I know there are movies that I enjoy that people are like, this is trash.
All right,
and it's
let's
like,
see what
well,
this
yeah,
thing
but
can
I
do.
enjoy it. Stage we call debating between me and my fiance. We had discussions, debates, and arguments using that system and make sure we know which one we're in. Oh, I wish I had that system down properly that people knew when I was in various modes, which is my own fault, but I'm working on it. Ah, fire!
Roger that.
Please knock him over. Oh, you did it. Beautiful, beautiful machine. I mean, it's not beautiful. It is hideous to look at, but it is pretty nice. Bit poorly formed opinion. Spreadsheets.
How's it going?
Spreadsheets can be excellent little sims. Actually, no, you're just gonna shoot because you have the free shot, which I absolutely love, by the way. 43% accuracy. I could just lay you out right now, and you would never know. But no, we're gonna lay you out.
Copy that.
Ooh, look at that boom. Andromeda was at least a decent game. I will take your word for it. I have an insufficient amount of experience to play with it. I only played a little bit of it, so I can't really
Waiting
say
for
whether or
orders.
not the game was bad. I can say the story was bad because I know the story. Wow, you shot me right in the face, you dick. The story I'm familiar with. The gameplay, not so much, so. My favorite movies of all time, which is unquestionably a bad movie by the Sanchez Commando. The story is absurd, all the action is incredibly unrealistic. We're watching
Awaiting
armies,
orders.
subblades like ninja stars into bad guys. This movie's so epic. Isn't that the one where he fires the flash? The four-barreled incendiary rocket launcher? You know, there's no reason to move at all. Just sit here and shell people. It's a popcorn action movie, that's why Commando's off.
Good to go.
There is another movie that I actually really enjoyed. I don't necessarily even think it's a bad movie. It's called, I watched it a couple of weeks ago. It's called Space Sweepers. It's a Korean sci-fi blockbuster action style movie, and it is really great. Like, if you're looking for fun old school sci-fi, it is Tiny Girlfriend Fire the 2. Wait, what? It was a job for me last year and a half. I was a member of the volunteer team for Space Sweepers. Was pretty good. I enjoyed it a lot. Then I also recently watched Shadow and Bone, which I thought was phenomenal. And then I went to Reddit to see if anybody had started a thread answering which guns are actually used in that show, and found out that apparently there is a significant contingent of people who do not like that show.
Tango is
What I'm most
trash.
annoyed with in the Mass Effect trilogy is that they removed the heat-based weapon system and went to an ammo-based system. The ammo-based system was more familiar to players. Like that's the reason why they ended up going in that direction. Is just they were trying to make it more familiar to action players. And the gunplay in 1 was okay, but it was definitely better in 2.
Going full throttle.
Debate, no horse in the race was attempting to persuade them, but we didn't have to persuade them. Yeah, I think Shadow and Bone is amazing. Like, I really had a great time watching it. I ended up binging it over the course of, like, a single night. It's only 8 episodes in the first season, so you can do that, but, like, my sister introduced it to me. We watched the first 2 episodes together, then I went home, and ended up watching the rest of the series. So, I had a blast with it. Argument, horse in the race, need to convince... I see what you're saying. Yeah, you're going through the rules. Understood. Oh, it's such a good shot. There are days when you just want to take that shot because it's so good, but then there's that Axeman staring you in the face,
Engaging target.
and he double tapped it. I love you. And he made it unsteady with lasers. I love you even more. You're such a beautiful machine.
Understood.
Texas Red is so simple and yet so good. The only thing that would make it better is if it were an Uziel,
Okay, I'm on it.
but that's never gonna happen. Shadow and Bone was a young adult series? Yes. And it has, like, most of the young adult, like, features to
Ready
it,
for
but,
orders.
I mean, I never said that I was a particularly, like, mentally mature person. Alright, now sweep and see if I can't
Double
knock
time,
out your
let's
leg.
go.
Sweep the leg!
Fire.
Hit him in a body bag!
Let
Oh, that got his, like,
done.
Joe is a little more mature, and I like her, that's really good. What I really wanted to know, though, and I still don't know the answer to the question, is I want to know what rifles the first and second army are using, because I think they're Carcanos, but I'm not sure. Like, they remind me of Carcanos, but I don't know enough about that era of gun to work with. And Mal, who's the main male character, he's using a lever action rifle, which I'm assuming is a Winchester, but I want to know which one. It's not great. So I recommend against Winchester. Give me a minute to look it up again. Oh, thank you. I would appreciate
Ready
it.
for orders.
They're the Carcanos, and there might be that Norwegian straight pull, but I didn't think they were because the grip for the bolt didn't look like that more barrel type that I'm used to seeing on straight pulls. So I don't know, and I want to know. We're just gonna dig into you because I can't get anything useful out of you anyway. Sorry, buddy, but this is unfortunately the way of the world. Reach my mental maturity at 11. Does that count? I can really get into and enjoy a story,
Hostile. Remove.
even if it's really cliche. I like my cliches, so that ends up being an interesting point of contention between me and people who are like more,
Moving.
I guess, familiar with the action. I thought in the description they said they would The old rifles, sorry. Sorry. People who are like more used to like watching movies that I know, like they tend to not particularly think my taste in movies is very good because I tend to like things that are very cliche. Because my whole point is I don't care if the story has been told before, I care how the story was told and if it's good or not. Oh shoot, why did I bring you up front again? I keep doing this. It's gonna get you killed. Well, maybe if I hit this guy with a long time cannon, he'll stop moving. He'll stop moving. Over you go. Another overreaction in Winchesters?
Waiting for orders.
Yeah. That I was pretty sure on. I just don't know which one. But
No shooting.
I'm really more
Just
interested in
run
the rifles, to be honest. Just because out of sheer curiosity. It's always about execution of a story.
On it.
But it's different and it's new. Die! Aha! He ejected. I'll take it. Hi, that's 100% of the primary lance. This Nidhogg has not been moving much. That scares me because Nidhoggs generally do not move much. Ah! Shooting my chaparral. This is against the rules. Just gotta get like the ability to dig in my tanks. If I could dig in my artillery, that would be so cool.
On the move.
Target him. Activate the airburst mode because that's a 30% accuracy plus warlord, which ought to be pretty good actually. We're just gonna work to take you down.
Firing all weapons.
Not bad. Not bad at all. Valkyrie's going to do whatever. Oh, you're gonna engage my effort? How cute. My effort is coming for you. I want you to realize that. You are the last large mech on the field.
Yeah?
Although, you're not really all that large. To be fair. Let's be honest here. You could probably stand to hit the geo a little bit more. 1%. This'll work. For a 1%, that was actually really good.
Receiving you.
Oh, I'll take that any day of the week. I don't believe I can shoot at aircraft with my current missile selection. Oh, there's a Raptor. A Raptor 2. I didn't even notice you. I just need to hit you with a little bit of acid just to make sure that we're all doing additional damage to you, and then we'll move on from there.
Certainly.
I wonder if Mass Effect Legendary Edition is going to have a movie option? What do you mean? What, to like super easy difficulty mode that you can just like easily breeze through?
I understand.
I wonder if they'll like make it easy to mod, because that would be pretty cool. You could actually like mod Mass Effect a little bit more. There are mods for the game. My sister, who when she picks a game, she like goes all in on a game, and so like mods the crap out of things. Has an extensive mod folder for her Mass Effect games.
Good to go.
Generally centering around facial mods and stuff, but occasionally other things. 67 health left. That is not healthy. I need more. I need survival. Sure, we'll go right through the burning forest. That seems totally legit. 77% accuracy. You really are not moving. Still missed. Still missed one of them.
You.
Why you gotta do this to me, man? Why? Like the 6.
Got it.
Go for the evasion buff. And now I'm gonna shoot you down, potentially. We're gonna try. I forgot, Nidhogg's have flares. Watching all the cutscenes in a row? Oh, okay.
Damn it.
It's not a Carcano because the rifles in the series have hooded front sights. Hmm. Yeah, letting people mod? That's funny.
Standing by.
Well, you never know. They might be trying to turn over a new leaf or something.
Got it.
So they're not Carcanos. But they have that... So there's one scene where you can see the bottom of the magazine, and it looks to me like it has that gap for where the clip is supposed to slip out. So that's what it's a Mosin? Oh, okay. That would make more sense given the Russian theming of the show. It shows how much I know about guns. Raptor, what you got? Raptor has more missiles for my chaparral. My chaparral would like to tell you no thank you. See them do like Blizzard did and release all their cutscenes on DVD. Well, I didn't know Blizzard did that. That's really interesting, actually.
Got it.
Take him! Not him. Yes, him. Put him out of his misery. There we go. Enemy air power. Wasn't it supposed to be Yes, it is supposed to be Russian
One
themed.
for the scrap heap.
There's a lot of Russian theming in it, which I actually really appreciated. Gave a very interesting stylistic look to things, and knowing a little bit of Russian history also you can imprint some of that onto the world to sort of get a bit of an idea of where certain
Commander.
lines lay. So I actually had a lot of fun with that.
Okay. Throttle up.
Also, the mix of technology and the little sciences, as they call magic, was very interesting. There's this wonderful quote that this one older, I think he's a lieutenant or something, says, and he's like, when I first joined the military, they told me that one Grisha, which is like their wizards, is worth 24 men. And then the gun came out, and then the repeating rifle, and then the machine gun, and it just goes through how much Grisha are worth less and less and less as firearms technology continues forward. I thought that was really cool. They did not have official mod support, but you could do it. So, but no, absolutely no official mod support. But use store in Northern Virginia. Cool. That is very cool. All the cutscenes at your fingertips. If I recall correctly, at least in Warcraft 3, you could watch the cutscenes at a time. It's Nexus. Who are you gonna call that?
Locking on target.
Mod Nexus. The fact that that still did any damage at all is still rather impressive to me, and I'm very happy.
Copy that.
Give me some flares. Flares. What movie series are you talking about? We're talking about Shadow and Bone.
Affirmative.
It's on Netflix. It's an 8-episode first season. It seems like it's one of Netflix's shows to try and like make up for the fact that all of
What's the plan?
the more established stuff is getting
Of
removed
course.
by like HBO and Disney. My only fear for the series, though, is because I think it's really good. My major worry is that Netflix is not going to get the kind of returns that they think they're going to get on them because they already saturate the market. So that is my only real concern, to be honest.
Have no doubt it will be done.
That was a miss, and that bang on, baby.
What do you need?
Gonna light everything on fire. It's gonna be great. There are most of the guns. The lever actions are 73 pattern Winchesters. I swear I saw a 95 pattern one at one point. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that, because I've been wondering, and I don't know World War II guns, or just even general era of guns all that well. Appreciate it. Driving through the fire to return fire by chaparral. I wish my chaparral had a couple more ammunition types. It would make it so much more useful. Because the guideds are so terrible.
Receiving you.
Most of the free war one. Yeah. Yes, like I said, that era. Although I'm just exposing more and more of my ignorance. Now you see what you deal with. Behold. The man who knows nothing.
Understood. Moving fast.
With a refit in 1930.
Good to go.
That's what I'm thinking. Alright. Ifrit, go kill. It's murder death time.
Going full throttle.
Full throttle. Warlord. Hi there, kids. Do you like violence? Bomb mines, infernos. The mines are not going to last, but that's not the point. Bob music. Meigs knows. Meigs has the knowledge, and he has been generous enough to share. Did you enjoy the sauna?
Multiple weapons with
Received.
Perfection.
heavy damage.
Wait, you killed yourself? I may have toasted myself a little bit doing that. Totally worth it,
On it.
but totally toasted. Target the center torso. In the words of Captain Sulu, target that explosion and fire. I was so hoping I could plug him with that. Soon they were Mosins given the Russian theme, so I didn't pay much attention. So when you were asking, I had to go and find out for sure because I wasn't feeling Carcano.
Receiving you.
Yeah. The only reason why Carcano was on the brain too is because I recently rewatched the one episode of Forgotten Weapons that Ian
Let's
did
go.
about Carcano rifles and how he thought that they were incredibly underappreciated for what they were.
Target confirmed.
Welcome, you. Welcome back, folks. So that's the only reason why my brain immediately went there. Like, oh, could be that.
On it.
Ends up not being that. 43%. That looks like a good shot. Make it hurt.
Confirmed.
Bubble. There, mine's gone. I'm so nice. I'm just so incredibly kind. We even took care of his minefield problem. Who is next? Little Raptor 2. Now, I could have nuked the Raptor 2 and instantly killed it, because the Raptor 2 has an XL engine and not much armor in that side, so I could have gone for it, but I figured the Valkyrie would be a better target because it's more of a threat. I don't know if I'm going to come to regret that or not. But we're about to find out. So I think part of the reason Carcanos never got popular as surplus rifles in the US is because of what... That's what Lee Harvey Oswald does? Hadn't considered that. No PPC. I think we got this. Gonna roast that effort one day? Maybe a little bit, but it'll be totally worth it. I think we can all agree that that burn is fine. That bought 10 Mosins for $400 in the mid-80s.
Yes, Commander.
Back when an SKS was the price of 2 kegs.
Roger that.
Alright, Rhino, a little bit toasty, but otherwise fine. I'm gonna focus on that Rhino then. There's a little bit more flare. Actually, no, flares would be bad because, unfortunately, he is right next to my friendly and I don't want to illuminate him. More burnination.
Yes, Commander.
More artillery. Not gonna shoot the artillery into that because I don't want to harm my Ifrit any more than it already is.
Target confirmed.
But at least vehicle repairs are free, unless they die. RogueTech's gonna run through more fire, gonna fire more. They really want this chaparral. It's like, dude, get a life. Leave it alone.
Do they think they can hurt me?
I mean, they do, but it's not helping. 62 by 54R, not 59. Alright, more fun. They were basically brand new. Nice.
Missed.
I know you missed it. It's painful.
Standing by.
I'm struggling with it every single day. Watching you just continually make a fool of yourself. But don't worry. My people will
Double
train
time,
you
let's go.
to be the best pilot you have ever seen.
Rear armor.
Stability gone.
Ready for orders.
Follow-up target by Talos, please. Oh, it'll be a follow-up target by the Talos.
Confirmed.
And we're even gonna warlord this sucker because it deserves all of it. Oh, the medium improves iron range.
Fire.
The cheek lasers go. And he's dead. Just a rhino to go, and we got it fully handled.
Eliminated.
Yeah, Commander.
A little bit more of a slower paced mission, which is nice. Less screaming in terror and watching my mechs get slowly obliterated. I can live with this. And also, everybody has moved away from the tank, so I can now just start shelling the crap out of it. Training is on the job. If you get 4 marks, you're risking your life.
Fire.
I mean, I have hyper advanced simulators
How's it
now,
going?
so there's a little bit of leeway in that.
Yes, I'm there.
I spent a lot of money buying you guys those
Taking
advanced
the shot.
simulators. What have you been doing with them? Playing video games?
Waiting for orders.
Apparently Rama's been waiting for hours. Why haven't the rest of you been doing the same thing? Alright, we're gonna hit him with some Typhon, make that artillery just a little bit more potent.
Target acquired.
Inject him with the juice.
You have orders?
Proper artillery battery, turn, phase, aim, inferno, high explosive, let it rip.
Confirmed.
Supercharge, supercharge, supercharge.
Missed.
Remember, I used to play with my friends Company of Heroes a lot, and I would almost always go down Royal Artillery because they were so much fun. Go Inferno and an airburst round. Just to make him know what he's got. McWhorter, I miss him? Oh yeah. They make the best Minecraft servers. 62 by 15, I might be European for 30/6. Now that I said you're in steroids. Oh, now you turn to fight me. As he sits in a literal sea of fire.
Reporting major armor.
Yeah?
It'll be fine. I've got more artillery on the way. It'll be great. Just kind of chill and wait for him to stop moving. Oh, that was on. Force on one.
Receiving you.
Air Force is doing a gosh darn good job. The sole remaining survivor of our Air Force, at least. Full speed! Get out of here! I do not want this thing broken.
On the move. Full speed.
More valuable than, well, a couple of our mechs. Not literally, but close enough.
Move
Of
order.
evasion, a nice and stable firing position, and some big nasty lasers.
Copy that.
Well, if he had managed to double up on a target, I probably would have killed him. Oh, no, never mind, he bailed. I'll take it.
Mission successful.
Alright, not bad. Minimal-ish damage, mostly to our vehicles, so that's going to be fine. My quads are fun. I'll be able to play in one again in June. Nice. Go on some Mosin 30-6. Probably shoots even worse than normal Mosin since the Russians use .311 more instead of 30-6. Instead of 308. The one I got from him is cheaper than 30-6. Been in some of the simulators of Rucker for helicopters. They are amazing. I believe it. I think the Apache's going to go on pre-order sometime in the next couple of weeks. At least that's what the rumor is over on the DC over at DCS. Oh, you had penetration. What? Where and how? Okay, it looks like it just damaged you internally. Probably some sort of rocket, I guess. Must have been tandem rockets, because otherwise then you're pretty much unscathed. Got an Exo Gyro, which is actually not a bad pickup for a rando. And then 2 heavy jump jets, which I don't need, and single heat sink cooling. Go away. Make me some money. 3 armor critical? I mean, could be, but that's like super rare in this game. Compared to tabletop, 3 armor criticals almost never happen. First is to get a bunch of Mosins made in 762x59. They came over with the Lend-Lease with all the trucks, rail vehicles, and locomotives, and P-39s. Barracobras are so cool. They may not have been an excellent warplane, but they are so cool. Did I live as one of the largest hubs for that transport? Nice. Wait, all the way inland? I would have figured that all of those hubs would have been like ports and stuff. Come on, tell me what I've earned. Although the game is expected to crash sometime in the next mission or so. Just based on our normal trends that we generally see. It was a great aircraft. Okay. I will agree to disagree. Iraq is taking from Castile. Hellsource is grabbing from Comstar. The World Blake stealing from Lao. 1940 was probably great. Not much so in 44. 31,000. Alright, not too bad. 2 days of repair. We can work with that. Especially since I'm trying to get bay time for Big Brother and Redhead. You know what? Yeah, I think I'm going to put Redhead up top. These two sort themselves out. That'll put Big Iron back in the work. Achilles is just going to have to sit tight. It's not badly damaged. It's just fried. Like, everything on it has been shaved. Of course, we're going to welcome a cat on board. Hells yeah. Morale increased by 5, baby. Unfortunately, our morale is already maxed out because we are just that cool. Looking at 26 days on Redhead. Big Iron is another 7. Achilles is 17 days. It's just so much armor was gone. And Big Brother hasn't been started yet. The other time, I would like to request respecking my pilot into direct fire gunnery specialist. Right here, let's take me to the barracks. Find Holy. Gonna be a little expensive to do that, but we can do it. Maelstrom AFB was a refueling stop, so all the aircraft making. Oh, okay. Makes sense. Alright, where be he? Where is the Holy Inquisition? There
Commander.
he is. Wow, you are max level. Control reset? Alt reset? Shift reset? Come on, what's the button again? What's the respec button? I totally forget. Somebody can let me know. Must be nice having somebody popular around. 55. So a direct fire gunnery specialist. What the heck do you have in 7.92.54? 1 ejection. Oh, I remember that ejection. I remember that ejection heavily. It's on the skills panel. Yeah, I get that, but like, I'd like to respect my pilot to be a vehicle pilot as well. Oh wait, already done. Yes, you're good. Try to remember. Oh, I see. Got it. Thank you. 500,000 refund, all XP. Retrain that pilot. Boom. Look at you, you tiny little child. Does that respect everything? Don't know. Anyway, let me know exactly what abilities you want. You said you wanted direct fire gunnery. And what else? So we got bandit and we got focus fire, both of which are useful in what you're asking for. You are now yes, you're brand new. You used to be a max level pilot. Now you have ones in all of your skills. You're officially the worst pilot in the entire company. The worst pilot this company has ever seen. Such laziness must be punished. Come on, holy. Focus fire. I like the big guns, not the scatter. All right, focus fire. And then what do you want your secondary ability to be? You want a big gun specialist. So, don't necessarily recommend the guts tree. I don't think it helps you. I mean, unless you're expecting a lot of stability damage, but I don't think you will. Tactics can always be useful. The plus sensor sight on tactician, I think, is way better than cautious, but hey, that's just me. Then, of course, there's the awareness, which either gives you immune to sensor lock or +2 max evasion pips. So if you're expecting to be driving something much quicker, then the +2 pips can be more useful. But then again, immunity sensor lock can also be rather fun. Also, the tactics will give you a +1 to initiative and tactics rolls with help with indirect fire. Google tells me they did make an 8mm Krag for the Norwegian rifle and the Swedish Mauser, which would also be an 8x54 Krag Jurgensen or 7.92x54. Expect something to be in the front lines, so probably tactics. Okay. So we've got tactician, which is +15 max sensor and sight, or cautious, which is remove 1 bar of stability when reserving, which I don't necessarily recommend. It's just generally not all that good. Cautious is generally bad. Look through buying whole new pilots. That was expensive. See, we went from being able to afford the monthly payment to not being able to afford the monthly payment. Wants tactician. Okay, what do you want your capstone ability to be? You can either pick up Warlord or Controlled Burst. Warlord gives you the general accuracy. Controlled Burst makes it so you won't jam everything. Or you can pick up Sensor Lock or Field Command, which is +1 initiative to +1 to initiative and tactics rolls. And for the next 2 turns, lance mates have +1 sensor and +15% sight and sensor. Let me know which is your bag, as we max out all of your massive abilities. I said I had to grab a box of it. Yeah. Warlord, so you can hit things. Got it. Still have an additional 19,240 experience that you can't spend. Log it down. Bring it back to the full. 30 caliber Krag ammo hasn't been common since the early 1900s. I can imagine 8mm Krag has. Can't imagine 8mm has ever been easy to find.
Standing by.
Good to go. Yes, boss?
Sembri has joined the ranks of the max level pilots. As we rock and roll our way through that. We need about 400,000 Seabills. And that'll get us rocking and rolling once again. Unless, of course, you know, upgrading people puts us beyond that, but I'm hoping not.
Yes, Commander.
Pick up your last level 4. There, you stand on the precipice of glory. By the way, I'm optimized for the max we already have. There was nothing wrong with having it. It's just we didn't get to use it all that much. And the mech you were driving is really not meant for melee combat, although it does tank like a beast.
Standing by.
Receiving you.
There can be no denial of the effectiveness of the Ebon Jaguar.
Aye, aye.
It may in fact be the
What's
most
up, Bob?
powerful mech that we have ever fielded.
Orders?
That's totally untrue, but the hyperbole is fun.
Receiving you.
Receiving you.
Bidits! Oh, he's got 2 more abilities left. He needs 1 piloting and 1 guts, and he will be maximumed. This is a 1941 Mauser my grandfather brought back from his old bag. I have a 28 gauge Ithaca shotgun with a 30-inch long barrel. What?
Ready ready to rock.
Standing by.
Talik is at the very precipice. He needs one more ability after this. That'll be his guts, and that'll max him out. We're getting there. We are getting there. Windmills were finally done.
What can I do for you?
Reporting.
Yep,
I
build
hear
up.
ya.
There you go. We are also on the precipice of glory. To the store to see if there's any parts. Mainly, we're looking for a Warhammer 2C part, and that's honestly about it. And then we need to reset. We need to reset the game before we continue on, because as you can see, it is really starting to drag. That memory leak totally getting out of control. 28 of the ultimate hipster shotgun. Apollo, Avatar, Crusader, Demolisher, Devastator, Grasshopper, Helopolis, Hellbringer, Berserk, Hollander, Nidhogg gunships, Owens, Phantoms, Summoners, Thunderbolts, and a weapons carrier. So nothing really useful in that. Heavy Gauss rifle. Tempting, so tempting. But it's too expensive for me. Also another M9. I am also very much in the market for a Clan Gauss rifle. If we see one, we must buy one, because, well, I don't have one at the moment, and it's actually a really painful thing to admit. That when Big Iron finally comes back online, we are not going to be able to actually use anything that Big Iron has, because it's missing its Gauss targeting system, which is just tragic. I don't even know where we got that thing. Fiber claws. Hand actuators. 15 modifier to punch damage. Interesting. ATM yarn, don't need it. Hey! We found some LE20 ammo. Buy some of that.
New equipment available.
Isn't common and not likely to have to order it. Whee! All the way down. All the way down. And TBM-20, which is interesting, but no. Augmented thunder ammo. I mean, I kind of feel like I'm supposed to do it. Minefield has an IFS, will not detonate on allies. Yeah, that's worth it. Give me some more augmented.
New equipment available.
We'll use them to do so for small upland bird and skeet shooting. Alright, direwolf part. 3 million Steebles. No, I am not about to buy direwolf parts at the moment. Not while I'm currently digesting 200-ton atlases. Eventually, we will get there. But is anybody fixed but yet not fixed at the same time?
Nice to see you down here in the hall.
No, everybody's good actually. So you four are currently my problem childs. Also pretty heavy machinery too. We need more money. We need more money, and then we need to go part something. And with 3 fire control system PPCs and 3 sensor advanced jammers from one battle. Nice. I'm gonna go broke and get scammed by the black market again. Well, you never know. We may just not be able to resist the alluring call of the black market. 1.4 million Seabills. I might be able to pull this off even cheaper if I'm like super aggressive against it. It's almost 1.5 even. It's almost 1.6, but the payout 315. But it's a 2.5 skull. I think I'm going to lean into it, and then we'll try and pick up Operation Delicate Assistance at the very end, or maybe the Yokley Protocol. Because we might be able to rob something really good off of recovery. Alright, give me money. Yes, Augmented Thunder is great stuff. I agree wholeheartedly. Come back to me. Field my force. So we would be spending about 400,000 Seabills. That's a little expensive for me. But I don't really have much option, to be blunt. I don't have anything lighter. Like, maybe you. 392, 385. Like, the difference is rather small. It's a difference of 8,000 Seabills. And if it's a difference of 8,000 Seabills, I may as well bring the heaviest, nastiest thing I can find. Rocket, let's make it work. We're going to put a cut in here for YouTube because YouTube can only handle so much. They've had a 44-minute episode, which is a little shorter, but then again, last episode before that, guys, it was an hour and a half, so don't complain. Or, no, better yet, do complain. If you are annoyed by this, complain right now in the comments. Go there. I dare you. I double dare you. So yeah, I will see you folks. If you've been enjoying, hit that like button and subscribe. You get notifications every single time I release one of these videos. If you press the bell icon and then press all options, you can even set up push notifications so your phone will buzz you every time I release a video. Don't you want that kind of power? Don't you want that kind of information? It's amazing. You should desire it. And yeah, about that, leave comments. Annoyed, happy, what you anticipate the redheaded child would do. Although you may have to wait a couple of days before you actually see that. I'm hoping to have it done by the end of the stream, but we don't know. And I will see you all in the next episode.